Hey there, are you ready to build a fitness business that becomes a true income producing asset? Then I welcome you to the Fitness Business Freedom Show, brought to you by Fitness Revolution. I am your host, Justin Hanover, and we have over 15 years of experience building thriving fitness businesses, and we are committed to sharing our knowledge and expertise with you. You can expect to hear proven business foundations and frameworks, success stories from our coaching partners, and guest experts to give you straight answers for your biggest questions. Doesn't matter if you have an online business, fitness facility, or operate as an independent trainer, you are in the right place to grow your business and create the personal freedom you desire.
Welcome to another episode on the Fitness Business Freedom Podcast. We keep each episode short, tactical, and to the point so you can pull out what you need and move on with your day. Gym owners think that creating goals is just about attaining the things they want in their business. But as with everything, there is a little bit more of an art to creating goals. Want to grow your business the right way so you don't get overworked? Then you need to learn how to create goals the right way. Oftentimes, gym owners will also create goals that are unachievable in the time frame they created. When they do not meet these goals, it destroys their confidence. They think that something is wrong with them, but they just didn't have a system to create the goal in the right way. You may be familiar with SMART goals or SMARTer goals as a fitness professional. We will use each step as a filter to determine if you're setting good goals. It's not the end of goal setting or development, but this will give you a good basis to get started. Let's jump in. S for specific. When setting goals, you need to be specific. You can do this by defining the 4 W's. What? The first question is, what is your goal? Is it about increasing your closing rate? Is it about increasing your monthly revenue? Is it about getting your staff trained properly? Answering what is the first step to getting clear on your goal? The next question is, who does your goal involve? Is it about your prospects, your current clients, or yourself, or your staff? You want to be clear about the people involved in the goal. When? The third question is, when do you want your goal to be achieved? You can start by setting a long-term date. Think of this as monthly or quarterly. Then work yourself back and see what needs to be done on the daily or weekly to achieve that long-term goal. Why? The final question you need to answer is, why do you want to achieve this goal? The why is the driver that continues to push you forward in achieving your goal. There could be many reasons why. It could be about your own personal financial freedom, or you may want to get more clients just so that you can provide more jobs for staff members. You want to identify what your stake in this goal is with a very strong why. M for measurable. Your goal needs to be measurable. If your goal is not measurable, then you are essentially lost at sea. The action plan that you create to achieve your goal may not get the results that you're looking for. So if you don't have a measurable and quantifiable goal, then how will you know if your plan is working for attainable? You want to make sure that your goal is attainable. This means that you and your team have the attitude, skills, and competencies to reach your goal. You want to make sure that you aren't creating unattainable goals for you and your team. Your team will be left feeling frustrated because they don't have the tools they need to get the job done. And you personally might lose confidence because you aren't able to reach the goal. R, for realistic, get real about your goal. If you have plans of growing your membership, then there are things that you need to put in place to make that a realistic goal. You need to make sure that you have the staff to handle onboarding. You need to make sure that you have the physical space to fit the new members. Finally, if giving out a swag bag is part of your customer care plan, then you need to make sure that you have the materials to make them. This sounds like common sense because it is, but often when we make goals, we don't take into account every piece of the puzzle that we need to achieve the goal. T for time bound. Vet your goal and see if you have created an accurate timeline for achieving your goal. You need to have a deadline and milestones that you hit along the way to that deadline. A deadline will help drive you towards your goal. Oftentimes, any project only gets complete by the deadline date because the deadline exists. Without a deadline, then, the project may linger and never get complete. R for results-based. Your goals must be related to your long-term results and vision for your business. While growing your business, you want to grow it in line with your long-term vision. That vision may change over time, and that's okay. Part of running a business is going off the rails a little at times. It's not always perfect. but it can give you some contrast and help you get to where you really want to be. Most importantly, you want your goals to be in line with the core values that you've created for your business. The Smarter system allows you to vet all of the goals that you create for your fitness business. At first, it can be a lot to think about, but once you get into the habit of thinking like this, it's easy. You will become confident at creating goals and attaining them.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode on the Fitness Business Freedom Show. On behalf of Fitness Revolution and myself, we are thrilled you are looking for ways and resources to move your business forward, and we are honored to be that source for you. If you would like to receive more business building support from us, be sure to head over to the show notes and join our subscriber list and stay on top of all the industry insights that matter most to you. Now, before I close out today's show, if you found this episode beneficial in any way, I just ask you to leave us a simple review to help other gym owners find us and discover this show. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next episode of the Fitness Business Freedom Show.